Deep in space, a lone mobile suit roams, and the pilot is none other than Amuro, right?
The moon, the world, the star, justice? That? Who is Amuro?
Hello everyone, we are LeBibbits.
And today we're going to discuss one of Gundam characters for tarot cards.
So for me, Gundam is a new obsession, but for you it's more like a lifelong obsession, right? How many years do you think?
I don't know, it's probably like 5 or 6 when I started.
Wow. Now, there are a lot of Gundam series, so to narrow down our options a little, we decided to only use characters from the Universal Century timeline. Specifically from the original Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeta Gundam, Double Zeta Gundam, and Char's Counterattack. But if you are hoping to see characters from a different Gundam series, let us know in the comments and we can always do a separate video about that too.
And we get to watch every single alternate universe Gundam. So should we start?
Yeah, okay. So we each have our own decks, and that includes the 22 major arcana only, and we don't know which characters each other picks, so...
So should you start or should I start?
If you want, you can start, since this is your thing.
Okay, so the first card is the Fool, and I chose Bicha. Mostly because he wanted to play captain when he wasn't very good at it. He kind of just gave orders without understanding why he gave them. And he usually always thought about himself and money. First half of the season of Double Zeta, he's just thinking about what can I sell or whose side will give me more money. And I also like that he uses very unconventional war tactics, because like his lack of experience is what also like makes him super strategic, like using Ru as a shield against Glemmy. It worked.
Yeah, that was definitely not caring about other people. That was just for his own benefit.
Well, he was trying to protect everyone else. He just didn't care about Ru.
Okay, so for the Fool, I put Rosemi.
Oh, why?
Well, when she's not under the control of the Cyber New Type modifications, she acts really childlike and carefree. And her mind is completely free of social conventions and logic. So much so that she thought Camille was her older brother, despite the fact that he was clearly younger than her.
He just looks younger.
But yeah, in my heart, I like to believe that that picture she had with her and Camille when they were younger was like a real photo, and that her brother just happened to look like him. But I think the show implied this, or maybe people just assumed this, that it was a falsified photo. I don't know what you call it.
Photoshopped?
Yeah, Photoshop photo of like made by the evil people.
Yeah.
The Titans.
I wonder like where they get such a good clean picture of Camille from.
I know, right? Well, if he was initially like living on Earth, right? So like, or wherever the Titans were.
Wait, no, he's in space.
Well, he was living in a Titan's
Oh yeah, space colony. Yeah.
So they probably have like photos of him on record.
Yeah, they stalked his Facebook. His MySpace.
Spacebook.
Okay, then yes.
Okay, so next is the Magician. I put Bicha. Yeah, like you said, he's initially seems like a very self-centered person. Especially at the beginning of the show, when he and Mondo tried to sell out the Argama to Axis, even though all his friends were still on it. So that, like, I still don't even understand that. Like, didn't he realize that, like, this is a war, like, they could kill them, or, like, at least get hurt or taken hostage, like,
yeah.
He didn't think about that at all.
I think too, it still felt more like a game, kind of, like, this is what we're doing for now, but it's not actually anything permanent.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, for a while, he never really understood the seriousness of war, and he sort of just took his friends for granted. But later, he seemed to become a more reliable teammate, and Bright even placed him as the acting captain, so he must have saw some potential in him.
He just wanted a captain. He didn't care who it was.
Fine, well, it could have been worse, although he didn't do a great job. Another part I wanted to bring up is right after Judo's little sister dies, or supposedly dies, when Ryu is just telling Judo to get his act together and get back to work, and Bicha tells her to leave him alone. And then he proceeds to bully Ryu, like you said, using her as a shield, which, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best way to handle things, but it was with the intention of standing up for his friend.
Yeah. It's like his friends over others, you know?
Bros before Ryu. Yeah, so it's like, if he matures a bit, learns to communicate better, then yeah, he might actually make a good captain someday.
Yeah.
Your turn.
For the magician, I chose Judo.
Wow!
I had to choose a picture with him.
Because he made the ice cream disappear.
Well, I chose him because he has the strongest amount of like energy, because he's supposedly the strongest new type.
No, he's the second strongest.
Oh, second strongest.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I got him.
He's the potential to become the strongest.
He was the strongest in his series.
No.
What? There's someone stronger?
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Fine. Well, he also had the potential to be a really good pilot. He did become a really good pilot. But in the beginning, he resisted a lot. Like, he was like, I don't want to fight no stupid war. And like, everyone kept on forcing him. Like, that peer pressure made him do it.
Yeah.
And also, so the Double Zeta has the beam cannon on his head. That actually gathers all the human emotions around him.
Really?
Yeah, it's called that.
Did they mention that in Double Zeta? Or that's like mentioned later in other series?
I think it's in the little pamphlet, like the manual when you build it. Whereas like in the last scene when he's fighting Haman, you see all the people like showing up, all the new types. That's like they're like charging up his beam for him. They're going into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my reasoning for Judo.
I think it's your turn.
Oh, the second one was the High Priestess. And for that one, I chose Wakoa Londo because the High Priestess is all about intuition. And in Zeta Gundam, she was always following her woman's intuition, was to always just look for whoever was the hottest guy that would give her attention. Well, that was the whole entire reason for defecting, right?
Yeah, I know.
And then it's also like, she has the ability to be mysterious because she's supposed to be like a spy, but she always
fails.
That's the point. She always fails.
She's not mysterious.
She's meant to be mysterious, like a spy.
She wants to be mysterious.
Yeah.
Okay, for High Priestess, I put Lala.
I can see it, yeah.
Lala's new type abilities are super powerful, which allows her to become like completely in tune with her surroundings. And despite only talking to Amuro for a short amount of time, she can sense right away what type of person he is. And like she knew pretty fast, I think, that she's in love with him. It's kind of vague, but it's like she knew right away. Like she could sense it.
Yeah. Like they're meant to be soulmates.
Yeah, and I think I was kind of confused, like in the Mobile Suit Gundam series, they sort of made it seem like new types could sense when people are about to die. Because Mirai did it with Matilda, and then Lala, I think, did it with the Swan. When she first meets Amuro, she's like, oh, it's so sad that it's going to die or something. But also, Lala appears as really mysterious, both to Amuro and just the audience in general. Because at the point that you meet her, at least in the show, like the movie versions, I think they change it a little bit, but in the show, they hadn't really talked about new types before Lala. So her abilities felt especially surreal and otherworldly. And even among other new types, Lala's abilities are unusually strong, and like using them gives off that eerie like la la sound in all the radios or whatever. So it's like very mysterious.
It's kind of creepy, right? Like you got goosebumps.
Yeah, she's I guess like feels very alien.
Also because like she kind of just floats around in a in her dress.
Yeah, she's like a jellyfish.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a swan, but it looks more like a jellyfish. Okay, do I go next?
Yeah.
Okay. For the Empress, I put Fa. Do you like this photo? And Camille in the background. So, even though she is technically a pilot, she usually just ends up babysitting Shinta and Kun for the whole series. And even before joining the Argama, she basically acted as a caretaker for Camille since his parents were kind of neglectful towards him. And, after the war, of course, when he's, loses his mind, she still continues to nurse him.
Yeah, she's kind of like a mom. More like a nurse.
She's very... her instinct is to nag, or like her natural action is to nag. Which I think is like she just wants to take care of everyone, but it just comes off as very forceful. Yeah,
she like wants to take responsibility. And that was it, everyone was saying like she's so bossy, but she doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Just giving out commands. So wait, so that means I know who your Emperor is then?
No, because I didn't match them this time.
What? You broke the trend.
Yeah. Well, it's probably fine since I'm not going right after the other this time.
Alright.
You got it? So you had to have paired yours.
Well, maybe. For the Empress, I chose Mirai. The image is kind of blurry, but it's like it
looks like she's putting her middle finger up.
Yeah, so like there's a scene where she's like saying things to her ex-fiance or her fiance, I can remember. But it's just her saying thank you, goodbye.
In her language, this means thank you.
In space. But I chose her as the Empress because the ex-fiance was telling Mirai that he would do anything for her to get out the white base.
Yeah.
And then Slugger like punched him and saying like that would be horrible because she's like the mother of the white base.
He did?
Yeah.
I remember him slapping Mirai.
He did that too.
I guess I forgot about... I don't remember the part.
Well, it was like before the scene where he slapped her.
Okay, yeah.
But then, I did keep the pairing because my Emperor is bright.
We used the same photo.
Well, yeah, that's the most iconic photo of him.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Okay, well, I chose him as the Emperor because he's always like the captain of the series. Well, at least for the early series. And to say that his slap shapens the boys into men. He's what makes him a new type. His little slap.
Yeah.
Except for Judo. I don't know, he didn't slap Judo, which kind of felt weird.
Because Judo was already a man.
Well, I guess that's true. But also, Bright is like, he's like the father to Camille and Amuro, because Amuro and Camille didn't have very good like father relationships. Yeah. So he's the one that like gave them the discipline and like structure.
Abuse, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that scene where Amuro was like, "You're my father," and slapped.
Yeah.
Bright was like, "I should have." So he did it for him.
Yeah, I mean, I basically wrote the same things. Because I said that at 19 years old, he became the captain of the white base. So it's like, he's always in charge. And yeah, I said when younger members of the crew refuse to follow orders, he will, without hesitation, slap them. Or, I mean, correct them. As he says, just correcting them.
It's like he corrects their teeth for them too, you know?
Yeah. You don't need braces.
Okay, then who do you choose? Yeah, you go next, right? Yeah.
Okay, so for Hierophant, I put Glemmy. Since Glemmy is sort of born into royalty, he has these very prestigious and traditional ideas about life. And when he accidentally kidnaps Lena instead of Rue, he decides to start mentoring her on how to be a proper lady. And he makes her wear a dress, teaches her table manners, and makes her take dance lessons and music lessons.
Full on private school.
Yeah. And then he's also very much a purist and doesn't think someone outside the Zabi bloodline, like Kohan, should be leading Zeon, which is why he overthrows her in the end.
Or tries to.
Yeah.
But fails.
Yeah.
He's very like, I say, elitist. He's very elitist kind of feel. Like only the rich should be the rich.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. for my Hierophant, I chose Wong Lee because, well, he's kind of like the traditional mindset where he's trying to make the Aeug, which is like not a standard military. It's more like a resistance force, but he's trying to treat it like an actual military, like slapping or beating up Camille because he was like a few minutes late.
Yeah.
It's like he wants that strict regime without it wanting to really be a regime.
Yeah.
He's also, I guess, kind of like child rearing, that kind of traditional sense.
Child wearing?
Rearing?
Rearing?
Yeah, like when you smack your kid when they're not being...
Wouldn't child rearing, like, mean taking care of children?
Yeah, you correct them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what it means.
He's very disciplinary.
Yeah. He's like that kind of like military dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what gave me that kind of idea of tradition, education.
Sort of like Bright, but not as caring.
I feel like he's not as good either because he kept on trying to do the Aeug to do like the most like radical or the more like risky approach that would get the thing over quicker, but without really thinking about the resources he has. Like he's more like...
He's an old type.
Yeah, super old, super rash.
He's not progressive.
Yeah. He doesn't even see the front lines or care about his people, you know? He just sees numbers. Yeah. And then for the lovers, I chose Mashimera. Most because he was always dedicated to Haman.
Yeah.
He even like drops an entire colony. He feels a little bit of guilt, but he still does it just because of Haman.
Yeah, that's true.
Who'd you put for the lovers?
I put Sayla.
Oh.
So, first of all, when we're first introduced to her, she's already assumed her new identity as Sayla Mass and has given up her past life as Artesia Daikun. Until she unexpectedly runs into her brother Char, who's working for the enemy. So, at this point now, she's torn between betraying her newfound comrades at the White Base and fighting Char, her beloved brother. And even though she doesn't really ever end up fighting him, she still refuses to use the gold bars he gives her to escape and instead gives them to the other crew members, ultimately showing her loyalty and commitment to the White Base.
Yeah.
So she chose them, not him, ultimately.
Well, yeah, but I think she would also want her brother to like be like not in the battlefield too, because I remember she was always wondering who was piloting that mobile suit, or she like...
Yeah, I think she purposely would not fight it to her best abilities because she didn't want to accidentally kill him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the crossroads. She can't decide. She can't choose.
Yeah, I can see it was being lovers. It was definitely because like, if you didn't know that Char was her brother, it would feel like she was in love with him at first sight.
Yeah.
As you...
Yeah, I go. Okay, for the Chariot, I have a lot to say. You ready? For Chariot, I put Camille.
Oh.
Wait, you're surprised? I feel like it's pretty fitting.
Yeah, I can see it.
I often pick characters who are very hot-headed and immature for this card, and Camille is no exception. He is very much someone who's controlled by his emotions. He has zero filter and is quick to jump to violence, especially whenever anyone says he has a girl's name.
Violence is his first answer.
Yeah.
His only answer, usually.
I mean, at the start of Zeta Gundam, Camille stole a Gundam, not because he was in the middle of a war trying to protect himself, but just because he wanted to step on one of the officers that had slapped him around earlier. He's pretty, pretty impulsive.
And petty.
Yeah.
So much hard work just to get revenge.
Yeah. Well, it's not hard for him.
I guess so.
Because even though Camille is very impulsive, he does have the skills to back it up. I feel like, at least. Because first off, he grew up taking judo lessons, so he's capable of defending himself, at least to some degree. Or he can take it, I think, take the beatings.
Yeah.
And secondly, his parents both helped design mobile suits, so he's quite familiar with the technology. And 3, he's a new type, so he's just naturally good at piloting the Gundam. Plus, Tomino apparently said that Camille is the strongest new type.
What?
I know! I was like, what?
Wait, when did he say? I guess...
I don't know, because this I only saw on the wiki pages, so I don't know where he said this. But it's like, I read Judo's wiki page first. So it just said like, oh, Tomino says he's the strongest, like, or second strongest. And I was like, so then who's the first? And I was like wondering, and then I looked at Camille. I wasn't even gonna look at Camille's because I was like, I already know what I want to say. But I did anyways, just in case I missed anything. And then it was like, the strongest new talent. What? Camille's? So he's the most, like, empathetic, I think.
Yeah, that's true. He's so empathetic that he got into a coma.
Yeah, and I think he, to be honest, like, when I think about it, I think he did pick up using the Gundam the quickest. Because I feel like Amuro and Judo both kind of had a little learning period where they're like, oh, how do I move this? How do I use this? But I'm trying to remember, I felt like Camille figured it out really early on because he knew how to step on that guy.
Yeah, Camille didn't have a manual.
Yeah.
But like Amuro had to use a manual. Judo took like a few episodes to even learn how to use a beam saber.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's true. I thought he had like, wasn't he like in a robotics team or something like that?
I don't remember that.
I thought he was in like junior robotics club.
Maybe.
That also might be why he knows a little bit more.
Yeah, like that's why I felt like, you know, other characters like Katsu or someone are just as hot-headed as he is, but not nearly as capable. Like, he's very capable.
Yeah.
He's frustrating. He's undoubtedly a brat. But the thing is that he always forges his own path. Like, he doesn't care about the adults and their stupid wars and their dumb rules. He just wants people to be free. He especially cares for people like Four and Rosemi, and he doesn't want to kill innocent people like them just because they got stuck on the wrong side of the war. And, you know, a lot of people might consider this selfish or naive, but I think it's very admirable.
Yeah, he wants to protect the innocent and like the people who are like taken advantage of.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to Jared, no, just get rid of him.
Well, he's not innocent.
Well, yeah.
You said Camille was a girl's name only. You go next.
Okay, for my chariot, I chose Yazan.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were talking about that guy with the green hair. I was like, who even is that character?
Well, he was the guy who he said the iconic line, "It's
shrunk and we haven't even launched yet."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Something like I know, we thought it was so funny.
It just felt so out of place for some reason.
Yeah.
But I chose...
Because it's so vulgar.
It's so vulgar, but it also says exactly who he is.
Yeah.
Like, it's his most defining feature, I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I see the chariot as. Like, when I think of chariot, I think of some guy who's like very, very strong.
Like alpha kind of?
Yeah,
or
like alpha male.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that tame the lions.
I see, yeah.
Or the horses. So like that's what I think Yazan is.
Yeah, I can see now why you were surprised by Camille.
And also he's like an old type, right? But he is able to overpower new types pretty easily. Just because he's so skilled and has a lot of willpower. Like even if he like loses an arm, he'll still keep going.
Did he?
I think.
He didn't lose an arm.
No, not him physically. I meant the mobile suit.
Oh.
Then, yeah. For my strength, I chose Kai. I'm guessing you chose Kai too. Mostly because in the very beginning part of the first series, he was called like a big coward by Sayla, even slapped by her, just because he was trying to get to the right base. I don't really understand how that makes him a coward.
Me either.
But overall, throughout the series, he gets more and more brave. Like before, when he was in the gun cannon, he would always want to be like very, very far back and like try to take aim. But like throughout the series, he starts taking more point and like trying to blast through the enemy instead of just blasting kind of like at the enemy that he can get at.
Yeah.
It sounds like his iconic pose in the gun cannon was like he's like doing the
on his knees.
Yeah, on his knees. That's usually because he wants to like
I don't know, for stability?
No, he wants to like hide, like make him a smaller target.
Okay.
So that's the iconic pose of that.
I thought it was just because he kept falling over.
Well, it's that too, but it's because he's scared that he gets in that position.
Yeah, I also put Kai.
What'd you say about anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of the same stuff you said, but also I wanted to say that, you know, in another video, you said something along the lines of, not exactly, you know, it was in your own weird way of talking, but it was like, when people are scared or having doubts, but still go on anyway, that's real strength. Like, when they're scared, but they do the thing.
Yeah.
That's even more, like, brave than if they're just, like, not afraid at all and just charging right through. So, of course, like you said, everyone calls Kai a coward, which I don't understand why exactly. Like, okay, like you said, at the beginning, the outbreak of the war, he was rushing into the white base, and he tells Sayla that he didn't stop to check for survivors because he was too busy running for his life,
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I get that it's not very heroic. But it's like, he's just a civilian. He's scary. Like, he's trying to avoid getting, like, shot at. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's not that weird. I didn't think it was, like, particularly cowardly compared to any other civilian,
Yeah, like,
He's not a soldier at this point.
yeah. He was very reluctant to call himself a soldier, actually.
And I think his strength really shows later in the season, though, when he becomes friends with the spy girl. Because even though he knows how much danger it could put him in if he helps her, he also understands that she's just another victim of the war and only became a spy to make enough money for her younger siblings. So he very calmly helps her by giving her just enough information to qualify as a spy, but not enough for the enemy to actually figure out their plans. At least he tries to. And then even later, after she dies, he's really upset by it and then vows that he'll defeat Xian so that no more innocent people will die.
Yeah. That is like one of the key parts of it, like super, super awesome,
Yeah. And even after the 1-year war, he could just free himself from being involved with the military, but he still decides to become a freelance journalist so that he can work as a sort of mediator between both sides. So yeah, it might not look as spectacular as being in the heat of the battle, but he's still working to end the war, and it's just in a more patient way with less violence.
Yeah.
And it's like he's not even in a safer position because he also works as a spy, so he's risking his life constantly to help gain intel.
Yeah. I would say his is more dangerous because usually he's not protected by a giant suit of armor.
And also, like, he's not with his side norm. Like, he's on the enemy side. Like, he's in the most danger.
Yeah, like he tries to infiltrate the Titan's home base.
Yeah.
He got caught because of Kohan.
Yeah. It's definitely because of Rika, not because of his own inability.
Is it yours now?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
It's like, I wasn't sure because we both had the same
Yeah.
one, but yeah, okay. Okay, for Hermit, I put Amuro.
His monkey stages.
Yeah. So since the beginning, Amuro sort of struck me as the type of person who kind of gets stuck in his own world. Like at the beginning when Fra and Haru are calling his name, he just continues working as if they're not even there. And he doesn't even care that people are over. He just has garbage all over the place and he's in his underwear. It's like he's just in his own little world. And I also felt like even though he always ended up fighting really well during battle, he would always get really nervous beforehand. Like, he would get really in his head about things and overthink it. Both in the original series and especially in Zeta Gundam when he's having the, PTSD, I feel like. And then even after Lala's death, he continues to hear her in his mind, supposedly because of his new type abilities. But I do wonder, is it really Lala or is it just an illusion created by his guilt for killing her? I think he's sort of just stuck in his own mind.
Yeah, survivor's guilt.
Yeah. The last thing I thought about was that at the start of Zeta Gundam, Amuro was put on house arrest, since the government was afraid of his new type abilities. And even though he could have snuck out at any time to get back to fighting, he chose to stay there and be alone for a while in his little mansion. It's his big mansion.
Yeah, his huge prison.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice prison though.
Yeah. Your turn.
For my Hermit, I chose Camille.
I was considering that. I thought that you might do that.
The idea of withdrawing from society is more like after Zeta Gundam, because he was so in shock of everyone dying, and I'm not sure Sirocco has something to do with it or not.
Oh, I thought that it was. Because didn't Shiroko say something like some sort of threat that's I won't let you go?
I guess so. Maybe he overpowered his mind or something. I don't really know. But yeah, it was in that period of where he's kind of mentally inside of himself, you know?
Yeah, withdrawn.
And then it's like until Judo starts fighting around him, he starts to like wake up a little bit.
Yeah. Also, like in Zeta Gundam, he never talks to them in words. He just uses his brain powers to like telepathically talk to them. He's like, I don't want to face them, but like long distance maybe I'll contact you.
He's like the ultimate introvert. It's like, I don't have to interact at all. Just Senya was exactly in my mind.
Wait, there's a part in Double Zeta that I liked where like, I don't even understand why like Camille is in one of the, like, I think he and Fa are gonna leave or something. I don't know exactly. And like Judo's like, I'm coming with you, and he jumps in, and Camille like pushes him out, like, get out of here.
This is my safe space. Get out, get out.
It's so cute. It's just like Judo's like, huh?
Did I go again?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for my Wheel of Fortune, I chose the Gundams.
Okay.
Because usually to get into a Gundam, it has like a lot of circumstances that like you have to get really, really lucky to get to. So like I think it's like right, there's like close to what he said. Just like every other Gundam pilot, I like to think that I chose you. This is a Unicorn Gundam. Banner doesn't know if he should be in the Gundam or not. He's like very like indecisive, like he should be following this path or not.
Okay. For my Wheel of Fortune, I kind of like this one was the hardest for me to come up with. But in the end, I chose Garma.
What? You think he was lucky?
Well, so the thing with the Wheel of Fortune is like, it's in cycles, right? So it's like you can be lucky and then unlucky.
Okay.
So he lucked out early on when Char's father died, or perhaps was killed. We don't exactly know, or maybe we do. I don't really know for sure. But anyway, so when his own father took over Zeon, then he got to live several years in fame and fortune. But it turns out he really wasn't so lucky, since Char eventually takes revenge on the zombies and kills nearly everyone in the family, Karma being the first. Garma truly thought of Char as his best friend, so he never even suspected it. But as Char puts it, Garma can blame it on the misfortune of his birth. Like, it was kind of out of his control that he was born as Abi. So then that determined his fate.
I see. His fault that his dad killed his dad, Char's dad. Yeah. Okay, I see that Destiny kind playing in there.
Okay, so for Justice, I thought it would be really easy to choose a character for this card, since like on a surface level, Gundam seems to be all about heroes taking down the bad guys, you know? But to be honest, the characters in the show are almost too realistic or too complex, as in there's hardly anyone who's always in the right or wrong. So the closest character I could think of, or I should say the closest characters I could think of, were the kids aboard the White Base, as well as the Argom, although I didn't put them in the photo. So I don't have specific examples in mind, but I think oftentimes the kids are the ones with the pure sense of justice. Like, things are more like in black and white to them. Like, if someone isn't evil, then don't kill them. Like when Shinta and Kum met Rosemi, it didn't matter if she was an enemy because she was nice to them. So they're like, don't kill her.
Yeah, same with Char.
It's as simple as that for them.
It's naive, but it's like a high institute.
Higher morality or something.
That's like instincts.
Okay. What'd you put?
For Justice, I put Char. Most because justice is about like fairness and balance and like responsibility, right? So in Char's counterattack, to balance out the odds between
like even the odds.
Yeah, even the odds between Char's Sazabi and Amuro's new Gundam. He gave the new Gundam the technology for the cycle frame that made it stronger than the Sazabi. So it's kind of like he was looking down on Amuro because like I can beat you without new type stuff.
Yeah.
And then he also like takes the responsibility of trying to make humanity evolve as fast as possible. He was like, someone has to shoulder the sin. And it's like he is willing to take that burden. And then for my hangman, I chose Lala because the hangman is all about sacrifice, right? And she sacrificed herself to save Char. And then afterwards, she metamorphosized into a little tiny voice in their heads. into a spirit that haunts Shaw and Amuro.
Yeah.
And maybe she's what told Shaw to like kill humanity, kill humanity.
No.
It's possible.
I don't think Char could hear Lala as well.
No, but he had that sense, that feeling of her.
I think that's probably why he felt the guilt of doing it. He's like, Amuro needs to stop me. Because that's what Lala wants.
Mm-hmm.
Lala wants Amuro to stop me.
Maybe. Who did you have for the hangman?
I put Judo. So Judo was very against joining the Argama at first, since it's like very similar to what you said, because he believed the adults started the war, so they should be the ones to end it. And it's true that Amuro and Camille were also not super ecstatic about joining the war, but at least both of them had been interested in mobile suits prior to the war, and I just feel like I think they were more likely to at some point go into some sort of military work, because in the very least designing the Gundams. Whereas Judo was just like a junk dealer, and he probably didn't intend to do much more with his life besides that. But he reluctantly gives up his principles and agrees to fight on the Argama to please Lena, his little sister, who wants him to have a more honorable job. Even though I'd say it's just as dangerous.
Oh, it's like killing people.
Yeah. And when Lena is kidnapped by the enemy side, the Argama crew worries that Judo will leave after rescuing her. But even after he loses Lena, Judo decides to keep fighting because at this point his perspective on the war is like already shifted. Like he's no longer an uninvolved bystander, like people he cares about are in danger. So now he's like, okay, now I'm here to stay.
Yeah, I think he's also seeing the effects of the war on people.
Yeah, I think like before he was just like, oh, what's the big deal? It has nothing to do with me, but it's like, it kind of has to do with everyone. So for death, I put Char. I have a hard time figuring out where to put Char because his character is so complex. But I think because we watched the Char's counterattack movie most recently, that this is the card that I ended up choosing for him.
Because he wants to get one?
So, yeah, basically, it's because he decided that the best way to carry out his father's plan to create a world of new types is to destroy the Earth so that the only people left alive are those already living in space. So his plan not only represents death in a literal sense, but it also represents the transition to a new world and the end of an old one.
Get rid of all the old types and the old world.
And even before this plan, his original plan too was to put an end to the zombie bloodline, which is also kind of fitting. See, he wants like a new world without zombies.
For that, I chose Garma, which is also caused by Char. It's because Garma's death in the original show is what shows Char's true motive and his true character. It's like Char is like a super petty kind of guy,
This is why Char and Camille get along.
Yeah, it's kind of super...
Both petty and acting on revenge.
Yeah. And then for Temperance, I chose Farbo. I try to get the image where it's not actually Farbo in the image, it's Jabjan.
When Amuro mistakes her for... Or mistakes Jabjan for Farbo.
She's kind of like the balance of like Amuro's obsession with like these mechanical stuff and him being healthy, because she's always telling him to eat. Like, here, eat. I think in the first half of the show, she's literally telling Amuro, here, have some eat. You haven't eaten yet. Here's some food. Eat. Also, Farbo is kind of like the symbol to Amuro before the war started. She's that
time of peace.
Yeah, time of peace. That one constant, someone who shouldn't have been affected by the war, but sadly was.
Yeah.
I had the alchemy part as her transforming,
Transforming into Jabjan?
Okay, who'd you put for Temperance?
I put Emma.
Oh.
Temperance maybe isn't the first word that comes to mind when I think of Emma, on account of her slapping Camille so many. But I mainly chose her in contrast to Rikoa, who thought women's only purpose is to fall in love with a man. So, because Emma thought this is stupid, and rather than craving the attention of every man she sees, she's able to find a happy work-life balance.
I think she also had the balance because she originally was part of the Titans, but then she started seeing how bad they were.
Yeah, so she's kind of more unbiased, I guess, in that way, because she can see that I was on the wrong side, so then I will changed my mind to go onto the good side.
Yeah, she's more moderate.
Yeah. Okay, and then for my devil, then I put Rikawa.
I didn't know those two were opposites too.
Yeah, I didn't think of it usually, but in this case, I made them opposites. Having been part of many guerrilla movements at a young age, Rikawa became used to this constant feeling of danger. And there's a point where she tells Fa, I don't get the sense that I'm alive unless I live on the edge. So because of this, she's become someone who's really driven by desire and excitement. And although there are times when she seems to care about the other members of the Argama, she ultimately betrays them all by joining the Titans just because Char wouldn't do more than kiss her. And she also seems to be a bit of a masochist because she was drawn to Shiroko after he slapped her, so she's kind of trapped by her own desires and can't help but feel drawn to these toxic relationships.
Yeah. Okay, for my devil, I chose Glemmy. Mostly because he had that fixation on like getting Rue. Like he was so willing to like kidnap her, and also he wanted to trade Lena for her. Or he was even chasing her throughout the desert to like capture her.
Yeah.
And then the worst part is like, you don't know, like, because he's kind of creepy, like he made clones of Peru, like an underage girl. It's like, was he going to make clones of Rue or something, like even more dangerous?
Yeah. And like, cause you're saying like how he kidnaps people and stuff, that's like the bondage.
Yeah. Okay, then for my tower, I chose the Zaku's. The tower usually symbolizes like destruction and danger, right? So Zaku's in the first season, whenever you see one, you know there's about to be a fight. And also the Zaku's were like the secret weapon for the Zeons to like win the war. So like the Homestar War was for independence with space noids.
Yeah.
So like the symbol of a Zaku to Zeon was a symbol of hope. That they could be free from the earth finally and like be their own like independent nation. Who'd you put for tower?
I'll put 4. I think this card can kind of represent most of the cyber new types, since every cyber new type I've seen so far has been doomed to a tragic ending. But yeah, 4 in particular really fought against the mind control because of her feelings for Camille, and only really agreed to fight in the first place for the Titans because they claimed they would return her memories to her after they won. Like every cyber new type though, she was never fully able to free herself from the brainwashing. I think it wasn't until death that her mind was finally set free. She could, freely be with Camille in his mind.
Haunting him forever.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like in his mind playing with 4, like when she's playing with that paper airplane by herself.
Yeah.
He's like there on the other side catching it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Then who'd you choose for the star?
For the star, I put Minerva.
But
yeah, she serves as the hope for many different characters, because Zabi follower Seer is the rightful heir to the throne who will bring back the Zabi principles, while Haman sees her as a puppet that she can use to become the ruler of the world. And even Char sees her as hope, but in his eyes she represents the hope for a new world without the Zabis ruling as tyrants, and where little kids like her can do whatever they want instead of getting pulled into wars.
Yeah, I see Minerva as like the star for Zeon. Rinzuma-san?
Yeah.
Okay, for my star, I chose Char. Or Kara.
Yeah, I was like wanting to use her in one of my cards, but I couldn't think of anything. Glad to see.
Well, in my eyes at least, she was always like a fun character to see, because you don't know like if she was going to be aggressive or more friendly towards Judo.
Yeah.
And it's also like when she was on the Argama, she was always like just felt like she was naturally part of that group. Like the character dynamic felt really, really fun.
Yeah.
And then it's like when they get to the mining scene, it's like you have that hope that maybe Juno can bring her back and like she doesn't die fighting just a robot that has no pilot.
Yeah.
It's like when you see her again, she like feels different, but she feels like a friend you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
You know?
And I like too that when Judo and his friends saw her again after a while after she had been brainwashed kinda, she snapped out of her brainwashing and was like so happy to see them. She's like, oh my god, even though they're enemies.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my god, it's Judo, and she's hugging him and everything.
Yeah, she's a fun character to see. That's why I chose the star.
Yeah.
And then for my moon, I chose Haman. Not a fun character to see. It's mostly because we don't ever get to know her real goals. We know that she's using Minerva, but is she using Minerva because she really believes in her?
Yeah.
Or is it because she wants to like kind of be like a cow and like be the actual ruler?
Yeah.
In Zeta Gundam, you could not tell which side she was gonna be on. Because like originally she was gonna help Char, and then Char kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't want to be on the side anymore. But then even then she still comes to rescue. But then she's like an enemy against the final fight in the final fight.
Yeah.
So,
I sort of feel like because they had a mutual enemy,
yeah,
that they kind of worked together. But then after the Titans were out of the way, then she'd be like, okay, now I'm gonna kill you, Char. Well, I guess that's true. I think she still kind of likes Char. Like she still tried to get him to join her side.
Who'd you choose for the moon?
It's funny that you put Haman because I put Mashmore. This is my interpretation, but like at heart, I felt like he's very chivalrous and noble. And he's always telling the enemy to draw their beam saber so that they can have a fair fight. Like, because Judo at the time doesn't know how to use the Gundam very well, so he doesn't even know how to take out his beam saber. But Mashmore like waits for him. He's like, what are you doing? Like, I want a fair fight. But sadly, his judgment is clouded because of his sick delusions about Haman. He somehow believes that he's Haman's knight in shining armor and will do whatever she tells him, even if it goes against his nature. And this gets even worse when Haman brainwashes him and puts her nasty scent into his rose, which, like you said, is the trigger for his conditioning. So after that, it's pretty unclear how much of what he does is due to Haman's control versus his own free will.
I would say he's a simp at heart, so.
Yeah, but it's like, he's not a bad person is what I feel like. But he has this illusion of Haman. Like the way he sees Haman is that like, oh, she's this very kind ruler and like, you know, she cares about us and she gave me this rose and, you know, all this stuff. But it's like, she's just manipulating him. Oh, I go?
Yeah.
Okay. For the sun, I put L. So L is young and, you know, always full of energy. Although sometimes she's bursting with anger rather than happiness.
Yeah.
Still, she never stays angry for long and she's rarely ever sad. And I would say she's probably the mood maker among her friends. Or like the one who boosts morale whenever there's tension or depression in the group. And she's also super trusting of all her friends. So if anyone's fighting in the group, she tells them to like knock it off and get along already.
Yeah, she's also like the Bicha and Mondo were not traitors.
I think it's more like she knew, but that she's like, but they're your friends, so don't treat them that way. What did you put?
I put the kids.
Aww.
I chose them mostly because like they're always like happy young children, even though I chose this picture of them crying. But yeah, it's like this scene where she's like, I come in to help vacuum, and Bart's like, get out of here. And she's like, so still vacuuming.
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of Maria from Castlevania.
Yeah.
Because like I think the children's idea was like to be a comedic relief.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of the happiness in the story. Still makes it a kid's show.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not really a kid's show, but. And then for my judgment, I chose Amuro. Because judgment is all about awakening. And it was his awakening of becoming a new type that allowed the Federation to win. And then there's also Char meeting Amuro changed his goal from just killing the zombies to making a new type land. It's kind of what drove him to... Yeah.
This is my amusement park, new type land.
You gotta get it there first. This is my way. Who you choose for judgment?
I put Puru 2.
Puru 2, not Puru 1?
No.
Okay, what?
Because, well, she's a clone.
I see.
She may be a clone, but she's a far cry from the original Puru. She's much more serious and reserved, and she's willing to follow any orders Glemmy gives her. But, after killing the original Puru, and realizing that she's actually a clone, her world sort of falls apart, and new feelings start to awaken within her. And at the end of the series, she also chooses to side with Judo against Glemmy. So it's like she became her own new person.
Yeah, her own being. And then who did you choose for? For
the world, I put Doan. Back when Doan was still fighting for Zeon, you know, his gun misfired, which killed a lot of innocent people, including the parents of 3 children. And then when Doan was ordered to kill those children, he just couldn't bring himself to do it. And so instead he ran away with the children and escaped to an island where he could protect them and raise them in peace. And even though, I think his guilt will probably never completely go away, but this was probably the closest thing he could do to redeem himself and reach a certain inner peace and fulfillment in his life. I don't know. I guess to me the world feels like I interpret as like redeeming yourself, kind of like you have this, it's like he's kind of at the end, towards the end of his life, where it's like he had all the development and this is like the final development. Like
this is his final character.
Who did you put?
I put the conversation of Amo and Shara stopping Axis.
Interesting.
It's because like everyone from both sides came together to try to stop it. So yeah, everyone from both sides, from Neo Zeon and the Federation and Lonabelle, all try to stop the Axis from falling onto Earth. So it's like everyone's having this unified goal. And then there's the scene where they're talking about Quest. It felt like they were like really good friends,
Yeah, I think it felt like throughout the movie, this is what you're waiting for. Because like they don't really get to interact with each other until the very end.
Yeah, but there's that one little fist fight in the middle.
I guess so.
But yeah, it's not really like a conversation.
Yeah.
And then this was like kind of the culmination of their story together. It like completes the 1 year war arc. And so like Unicorn comes out, which like now for like 20 years later. But yeah, that's my world. The world of Gundam. Well, you guys haven't already, you can check out our previous videos.
Yep, and I usually like to end the video with trying to tie in the current theme to previous themes, although the only thing I could think of was Sayla voices Thingamy and Bob from Movement, apparently.
But yeah, thanks for...
Well, anyways, thanks for watching.
And find out what we tell next time.
Bibbit, Bibbit.